Hello friends, today we're going to check out the Home Accents Holiday 400 watt low-lying ground fogger. This one's available at Home Depot, and if you get it late in the season, you can get it on sale real cheap. Of course, my Halloween decorations are going to scream and yell and make a lot of noise, so my apologies. But let's get it out of the box. Let's fill it up with our homemade fog juice. Fill it with ice, put it out in the ground in my old skeleton graveyard over there, and see what it actually does. It's relatively cheap compared to higher end ground foggers. So this is what it looks like. It's large for a 400 watt fogger. That's because of the ice tank. In the back you'll find the fog juice reservoir. It's got a nice soft rubbery pickup hose, which is great because a lot of the older models had these hard plasticky tubes that would crack and then they would no longer suck the juice up. So this rubber hose is nice. It also would get real stiff and they would curl up like this out of the juice. So the fact that it's rubbery keeps it hanging in the fluid. This is an awesome design improvement from past fog machines. In the back, there is a drainage tube. You might notice that your machine came with a bag. You're supposed to stick the drainage tube into this bag. So if you're using the machine in the house, the water goes into the tube as the ice melts, rather than on the floor. I'm going to use it outside, so who cares? I'm also going to attach a timer to this machine, but just for today, just to play with it and see if it works, we're going to use the trigger that it came with, which is basically on, off. So to turn this thing on, there's a big red switch in the back. You flip that on, and then the remote here is going to stay on the O position. Once this turns red, the machine is warmed up, you can turn it on, and fog will come out. So let's go ahead and fill it with fog juice and ice, see what it does. I'm going to use my own homemade fog juice. It's a thick, low-lying fog juice. You can see how I made it by watching my video right here on my YouTube channel. I'll load it all the way up. Holds a lot. It's a big reservoir. It held almost half a gallon of fog juice, which is really nice. Screw it down good. Make sure the hose is touching at the bottom right there. And then the next thing you do is open the top and you fill it with ice. You can get your ice at, they say to fill it up with enough ice so that you can still close the lid. And you screw it down. Screw it down snug because the foam inside will create a good seal. Right, snug it down good because the foam will create a good seal so fog doesn't come out. And now let's go test it out. Plug in the remote, then plug in the machine, then turn it on. Make sure you fill it before you turn it on. My ground's a little uneven. It's like a little lumpy and hilly. So I'm going to put it up on this brick just to make sure it sits flat and that the spout is a touch above the ground, not shooting into like an incline into a lump or something weird in the grass. So that little brick will help get it up a touch. Alright, now let's turn it on. She's warming up. And we're going to leave this switch in the O position. Once she's ready to go, this will turn red and we'll turn it on. Out they come. Ooh, that's a lot of billowing ground fog there. Look at that. So there you have it. It's staying nice and low and creepy crawling across my setup. That's very cool. You have to use this indoors or when there's very, very low wind. Look at that. It's wrapping around the house. So there you have it. The Homax Sense ground fogger from Home Depot. I got mine on sale. You can get yours new for like 65 bucks. It's a lot cheaper than a Mr. Cool. And at 400 watts, you have to adjust your expectations, especially with a small ice compartment. But as you can see, it clearly works, and it makes really nice billows of smoke, especially if you use a good quality fog juice, like the kind that I make. So let me know if you made it. If you have a ground fogger like this or a different one, what kind of fog juice you used and how it worked out for you. Alright, so having tested the Homax Sense 400 watt low-lying ground fogger from Home Depot, I like it. It's very low cost. It puts out a lot of deep, heavy smoke, and I think indoors in a warmer environment the fog will lay even lower longer. Outdoors it needs to be really still and the temperature has to be right. But even without it laying incredibly low or blowing incredibly far, it makes a good thick heavy fog that covers a lot of ground, a lot more so than your standard nozzle fogger. Just keep in mind it's a 400 watt fogger. It doesn't blow really hard and doesn't blow the fog really far, but it does blow a nice thick low-lying creepy crawly fog that under the right conditions filled up my set really nice. So I like it. I think if you're in the market for a budget fogger, you want something low-lying, I think it's a good choice. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye.